Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, BrainBoy20, and when we last left off, we had... I don't exactly remember. I've had a very hectic day involving what is effectively my lab portion of final exams for some of my science courses, as well as a lot of studying and a lot of other stuff like this. However, the more important bit was in that mission we acquired Orlando Doggin, finally, as well as his backup troop of Bonifiant and Thirbust. To join us for this next battle, I know I did promise that I would take a lot of these people and I would go through a few more missions, but we actually, after checking, hit the content barrier almost already through this Necromancer quest, meaning we have a new objective for the people who will come out of, who will soon be heading out of therapy. In the meantime, we'll send Orlando, Conter, Bonifant, and Thirbust on their next mission to scout out an old road under the wild. As it's very late at night, I'm also very tired. I will apologize if this is one of the more short episodes, but I wanted to get Orlando some screen time at least, before I make the final decision. Other things I've done, Gruncourt, Karkatus, and Sordaval are all getting stress reduction. Karkatus and Gruncourt are praying Sordaval is gambling. Hopefully he's not lost in there forever. The equipment we currently have is that you have the same skills as seen before, Orlando, with Revenge, Solemnity, Chomp, and Hue. You have the legendary Bracer and the Berserk Mask, so you have a whopping 6% crit rate, with a ton of damage to back you up, and you have no negatives to your speed whatsoever. You just have a few other negatives to worry about. Conter has a bunch of speed, because I'm going with the strategy of marking for death and collecting bounties. Bonifant has the damage boost in accuracy, who will be using thrown daggers repeatedly to go take them down. Thirbust, on the other hand, will be using Weird Reconstruction and Weakening Curse, and instead of Vulnerability Hex, will have Sacrificial Stab in case she's brought forward. And we'll use Demon's Pull. I'm going to want to get rid of Off Guard because, well, we really don't want him to be at such a massive negative for speed when I want him to use Demon's Pull. Anyway, let's embark, shall we? On the old road we got medicinal herbs and a shovel, both of which are excellent choices. And we'll bring the food up to 10 just for some free healing, because we have to rely on Thirbust's healing skills, and I'd rather not trust that. Because we have all those extras, I'm only going to take 8 torches and maybe a holy water for the inevitable shrine that we'll encounter. And let's go! Now, as my next week are final exams, for anyone who's actually watching and listening to this, I'm going to start live streaming again soon, starting the following week, which next week is going to be the week of May 15th, I believe. Yeah, that is 3 days after this one.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
And we're going to head in the opposite direction. I'm going to start live streaming again soon. I don't know which games I'm going to be playing right from the get-go, but I'm at least going to try to make sure things are interesting. Now, Conter. Because we're dealing with ectoplasms, do your best to kill them.
Fiend.
Oh no, a stressful incantation of Bonifant. You know, this is where we have to throw daggers.
Destroyed.
It's a nice de-stressing tool, I find. And I can't Demon's Pull, but a Weakening Curse on you is just as good. And then hopefully...
back to the pit.
One shot. Excellent work, everyone. I can already tell this is going to be a very high-stress party because we have no natural stress reduction beyond our crit chance. But we're going to do our best. Alright, throw dagger on the spitter.
Another one falls.
Kill as many as we can before they get a chance to act.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Close enough. Oh, Hugh. Does enough damage. Why did you miss? You had the best opportunity. Yet you had to be useless. Why? die. The best has been blighted. Well. Don't tell me we're gonna lose the best immediately. Jesus. Alright, I guess I'm gonna hit the spitter, because you do the most damage of the both of you. And then you can poison dart the front one. Nah, I'm actually gonna bite the best, because I can't really avoid this. I would very much like Orlando to try to hew the both of them, but we don't always get what we want, now do we?
Executed with impunity.
Fog before sunrise,
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Can't say I despise the sheer amount of damage you're putting out there. Apparently we missed a curio without me realizing it. What is said curio? Oh, of course I missed the tree trunk. Yeah, a tree is just a tree, unfortunately. And do you have blight resistance? Yeah, you have an egg blight resistance. Interesting. It's more so than usual. It's not because of the berserk mask, not at all. Alright, what are we looking for us? Alright, we were lucky enough to surprise him. Let's try to make the most out of this. Throwing dagger in the back. Which never kills him in the first shot.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Hoping that the hew does its job. Ooh.
Their formation is broken.
Worth it.
Maintain the offensive.
Only one of them gets a chance, and Orlando is the one who takes the hit, and he's the tank, so why does he care? Well, him tanking this much damage isn't exactly good for us. But we can at least make use of it. Poison darts on you.
Impressive.
I'm not even mad.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay then. This team is the DPS that we're looking for. But
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
yeah, you know, the narrator, I actually do agree with you on this. We found the raw talent, but this isn't the team composition I'm really looking for. A single healer and 3 DPSs is not something I really need, because I also need some stress healing in this, beyond just natural
In Radiance,
crits.
may we find victory.
Because natural crits alone
A
will
handsome
not save
reward.
us.
For a task well performed.
Skitter, skitter. Alright, that's what I can do to you.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
At least these don't leave
Continue the
corpses.
onslaught. Destroy them all.
I really need to check, do you have on guard? I'm honestly curious. And you're not dead yet. Now you are.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, yeah, you actually have quick draw. I'm impressed. Traveler's Tent, someone's been here recently. Medicinal herbs? Torch? Holy water. No, the key wouldn't make sense. Break it? With a shovel? What other things do we have? Bandages doesn't make sense. I'm keeping the shovel. Well, that was useless. Wasted a bunch of good items for nothing. Oh well. We've got maybe 4 more rooms to explore before the end of this episode, and as I said, it will be a short one because I do need to get up for work tomorrow morning, as I'm recording this the night prior because my schedule's basically booked. I know, silly me having a life
The
outside
match
this
is struck.
idea.
A
this
blazing
hobby,
star is
but
born.
I have a bunch of other things I'd really like to do, such as continue an Only War campaign with my compatriots. Plus, a person also quit her job on the spot earlier this week and has thrown our schedule out of whack to such an insane
Nature
degree
herself,
that
a victim to the spreading corruption. malformed with misintent.
Let's just say my schedule is infinitely worse than it is before. Because of it. I'm getting the hours I like, but I'm also kind of dying inside, which is also why I'm waiting for exams and school to be over before I attempt to live stream again, so I'm not dying inside when I attempt to live stream. Please tell me I can do something with it first. Well, Bonafont, not my problem. Oh, do I want no torchlight? Well, in darkness, our crit has definitely increased. My question is, do I want a torchlight? Yeah, we'll torchlight it up once. And we get the surprise off. Excellent. Hopefully she goes before Orlando, but Orlando's not having any of that. He's just going to kill them outright. Not like I'm complaining. And as long as the poison and blight curse goes off, it dies one way or the other. But looks like it gets a chance to live, and it's going to poison Bonafont. Oh no! Doesn't even poison her. And you're dead. To me. And dead to everyone else.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, we still have one more room to explore. Well, we'll be in Critsville soon enough, so I guess we'll see what comes to us. Ignore that. Ignore that with a 10-foot pole. Ignore that with a 40-foot pole. Stuck out in front of us. Oh, this is all we're waiting for? Oh, we will continue adventuring. Let's just grab the final two objects. We'll probably do a little bit of work before... Okay, I needed a map because... Alright, we're gone.
Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
You sound so much like a mission control. That's almost as if you were still alive. But that can't be the case. Alright, for the first mission, Orlando, you've proven yourself that actually really deadly. Okay. Okay, Orlando. You got Cove Tactician over Thick-Blooded. I was actually sure I liked the Tacticians so heavily.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
I'd almost say that this group's almost ready to go out and take on another mission almost immediately. Let's take a look, shall we? It's a medium mission, which can take a while. Or I could do another scouting mission, but maybe I'll just go through the wilds one more time. And then what time is it actually? It's 11 at night, and I do need to get up at like... If I was wondering, I actually do need to get up like 4 in the morning to go to my job, so... I guess I'll have to say goodbye to you all for now. I know it was a short one, but I promise the next one will definitely be one of the longer missions. But until then, this has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon, and I am signing off. If you enjoyed this little short one, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, for any of those such things help out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.